Throwing first play is Herbert. And that is incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. On first down, it's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Mooney. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To the air again, Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 16. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
On second down, Elliott. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the 6. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Haskins with a run to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum because they pitched a shutout last week, and I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level, and they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Pass the 60. 7 Pirates.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
70 Ranger.
Third down, it's Willis. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert now. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Again, Herbert. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. 2nd long. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum? Well, this throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Inside handoff. Henry takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Drop 50, drop 60.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Gets it out wide quickly. Burks with it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Titans had 10 and 5 to start play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Henry up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Haskins now on 1st and 10. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
60 vices, 60 vices. Check, Panther.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he fires one incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick if indeed they end up trying one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Cowboy 80.
Now Willis to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
The 4th down, Willis is off, and Randy Bullock is on now for the Titans field goal.
From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Bullock's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. And that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Herbert's throw there, complete to Mooney. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again.
Fires a slant, complete to Tolbert.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught.
He's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert as time expires in the first half.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway from the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
at the 23, second and 8. Willis now off play action.
That escapes the sack. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Herbert.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Herbert now. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Darnell Mooney.
28 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
We just saw one of the benefits of a quarterback having mobility. Scrambled around, kept the play alive, and then found a receiver open downfield for a touchdown.
Garibay on for the extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back.
79 Broncos.
Shotgun snap to Willis.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Herbert on first down now. Right back to Tolbert. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Herbert back to the air. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control.
Herbert has it knocked free. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
19 right.
They go play action with Willis.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Come 19. Come 19.
3rd down, it's Willis.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Come on, come on.
Willis, gotta have this one. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Play fake, here's Willis.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown!
Chigakonkwo.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Titans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. There's a nice move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage. Work on that clock. See if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football. Gain some yardage and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Uses the stiff arm. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got a man, complete, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Check, hurt. Go, Reed, go.
On 2nd and 10, Willis. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
1st and 10, Willis. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Let's go now. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Now Willis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Willis. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Garibay on to attempt the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 28, Titans 16.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Throwing, Willis. And that's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Head the street, head the street.
Willis to throw. Got his man, it's Woods.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Buffalo 18.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
To throw again on second down.
Willis.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Street, street.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
Check it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
79 Broncos.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Willis.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack.
They'll set up to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too